Hello everyone, Jav here from Cotton Make Crafts and the founder of the SVG Superstar Coaching Program. Hello. How are you guys doing today? Welcome to another live session. Today we'll be talking about the inflation rates and how SVGs can help you with that. So I am just going to switch my screen in a minute to show you guys some news headlines that you should be thinking about right now. So let's start. For those of you who are new here, I am Jab, the founder of the SVG Superstar Coaching Program. I'm here to help crafters with a full-time job make extra cash on the side from selling SVG cut files so you can cut down your hours. You can spend more time with your kids and you can save up for fun and literally live your dream life. So let's get started. So let me know if you guys can see my screen. So we have been going live every single day, almost every single day, to talk about SVG businesses and how awesome they are. How can you get started with your SVG business? The mistakes people make that you can avoid if you want a successful SVG business and everything. So today I want to share some insights on why an SVG business is so cool and why you need one right now if you have a full-time job. So let me know if you guys can see my screen over here. Alrighty, so I just want to show you guys these recent headlines that I woke up to just a couple of days ago. So you can see that this is from the 10th Feb. The inflation hits 7.5%, 40-year high. Another news, U.S. inflation hits highest level in 40 years. This is from The Guardian, then Forbes. Then I'm not sure what news website is this. Another one. So you can see this is a real thing. Multiple news websites are reporting this crazy inflation rate gain in the highest in the last 40 years. So what does this mean for us, for the rest of us? What do you guys think this means for us? So in a nutshell, this means that the prices for your everyday items is gonna skyrocket. It has probably skyrocketed. However, the amount of money you're getting from your job stays the same. So you're going to be spending more money on your everyday supplies, your groceries, your food, and the fuel and everything. Probably the rent is also going to go high, but your income stays the same. And I'm not sure if you guys have seen this earlier. I shared another fact where in a survey, they found that 80% of the American households' incomes have shrunk between the years 2004 and 2014. So this is an old data, but it's still something to think about. It's still relevant in today's era because it shows that the household incomes had reduced by 81%. I'm not sure what it's like right now, but I'm pretty sure that there isn't much of a difference. Probably it has shrunk further in the last couple of years as the inflation rate goes higher and higher. So this is the thing we need to think about. Even when the inflation rate is going high, your income stays the same. How many of you guys have seen an increase in your income in the past couple of years? Did you How many of you guys have experienced pay raise? Most of the people have lost their jobs due to pandemic and due to employment cut in the past couple of years. So it's just getting worse and worse. So first of all, we need to think about that there is no job security. Anybody can literally lose their job literally anytime. Like before pandemic hit us, how many people even expected to lose their jobs, right? Nobody had this in mind that the pandemic would be so bad and so many people would be losing their jobs, so many businesses would be shutting down. Like, it is crazy, it has gone crazy. So, and on top of that, you have longer waits for social security benefits, and there is no pensions are getting removed from the companies. Like, companies have all those different methods of employment. Like, they can employ you as a casual, you can be employed as a part-time, you can be employed as a part-time casual, full-time casual, just so that company doesn't have to pay for all those benefits. Like earlier, when I remember when my dad used to work in Toyota, he used to get all those additional benefits, and some people used to get uh, housing facilities, medical facilities, all the medical facilities, and tickets, vacation tickets, and uh, gas money, all those different benefits. However, now that my husband's working, he barely gets just the basic, like the amount for the gas fee, and probably they pay him for the meal. But rest of the stuff, he doesn't get all the other stuff like medical benefits or the housing, the payment for the housing, none of those. So companies have really cut down on the benefits they give you. So you have to spend a lot more from your pockets. And if you have a fixed income and you're just struggling every single day working your 9 to 5 job, it gets really hard to make the ends meet. And for those of you who are going through this, really know what it's like. Like, for example, if you're a nurse and you want to cut down your hours so you can spend more time with your kids, but you just can't do it because cutting down the hours means that it will also affect your salary, and you can't afford to lose that money because you have all those expenses, you have all those bills to pay. So what do you do in a situation like this? And how do you deal with a situation like this when nobody has your back? The government doesn't care, your company doesn't care, your friends and neighbors don't care. So how do you deal with, like, if you go broke tomorrow, what are your plans? What is your contingency plan? What are you gonna do? And if you don't take an action right now, with the increasing inflation rate every day, in just a couple of years, you'll just be living hand to mouth, just meeting your basic needs. And you need to think about, how are you gonna afford your kids' dance lessons, their soccer practice? How will you buy a house? How will you save up for your Disney trip that you have been planning for such a long time? How are you gonna afford to live a dream life if the inflation keeps on increasing day by day? You need to take a moment and think about this, because these are real issues. And if you don't take a stand right now, it's gonna affect you and your family in the couple of days. So you gotta think about this. You have to take a stand for yourself and your family, because it's about your kids' future. And you need to be able to do this without having to add a ton of extra stuff on your plate, because you are already working nonstop, round the clock, You barely have time to scratch your head. You barely have time to spend with your kids. Like everything is in going in such a rush. So whatever time you have during the weekends or after work, you need to spend that time very wisely. And you can't spend the time running a handmade business, because with a handmade business, you have to be there all the time. Every time you get an order, you need to assemble it, you need to package it, you need to ship it. There's so many different levels of commitment involved when you're selling handmade items. It's not just one thing. It's not just one and go. It's so many, you have so many different steps. And after working your 9 to 5 job, I don't think with your kids you have enough time to make enough handmade items to make a monthly income, right? Somebody says true, because it is true. Like, who has the time and energy? Definitely not me. If I am working if I'm working as a nurse, running around on my feet all day, and then you expect me to come home and put together an order, just one order is too much of a work, because you got to take care of the dinner, you got to take care of the laundry, you got to take care of the lunch, you got to take care of all those different things. Who on earth has the time and energy to do that, right? So what do you do in a situation like this when you can't have a handmade business? You are so busy, you barely have time. So in this situation, it's the best option is to start an SVG business. And why am I saying that? Because I've done it, and I know how it works, and it's like totally on autopilot. You make money literally while you're sleeping, and you don't have the pressure that comes with designing and selling handmade items, creating and selling handmade items. Because when you're selling SVGs, you just need to design it once and you put it in your shop, and then you keep on making sales on autopilot, literally. Like, I set up a free SVG blog in 2019, and I still make around $1,500 from that blog, even though I haven't touched that blog in like 2 years. That is how awesome SVGs are. So even if you set up a free blog for SVGs, you can still make a ton of money from SVGs, provided that your SVGs are profitable, they are professional, that people love to work with. And with the SVGs, you don't have that stress that you have to come home and put together that order, and you got to think about, what if the customer loses their order in the shipping? What if the customer doesn't like my handmade item? What if the customer asks for a refund? You don't have all that stress when it comes to SVGs. Plus, you can work on your own schedule. Like, one of my clients is an attorney, and just yesterday during the coaching call, we were discussing about the amount of time she puts in to her shop, and she was like, it totally depends on what's going on in the week. If the kids are busy, if the kids have school, then I can easily put in 10 hours in the week. But if I'm super busy, I just put in 5 hours a week. And she, within 2 months, her shop is up, and she has made around 30 sales by just working flexibly on her shop. So this is the beauty of selling SVGs. You don't have to commit to a schedule. Whenever you get time on your hands, whenever your kids are busy, you can just put together a design and upload it, and you'll be good to go. So you don't have to worry about sticking to a schedule. You can literally, once your design is up in the shop, you can literally make money in your sleep. Most of my sales come in when I'm sleeping, literally. I wake up and I have like ton of notifications from all the different websites. You made this sale over here, you made this sale on Etsy, you made some sales on design bundles. So literally in your sleep you can make money. And even the stats tell us that SVG business is the bomb right now, because the cutting machine industry is set to grow at a rate of 9.5% by 2028. So if the cutting machine industry is growing, obviously the demand for the cut files is also going to increase. So this means that this is the best time to get started with an SVG business, because you will be at the very beginning of this whole thing. So by the time this blows up, the SVG industry, the demand for SVGs blows up, your shop will be there to support the demand, to meet that demand. So this is why it's so important to start right now, so you can support the demand as it grows. So this is a great way to start leveraging the industry right now. And by that time, your designs will improve. Your shop will be growing, and you'll be getting more traffic. You'll have your SEO in place, so you're gonna get more traffic from Google. So all these things matter when if you want a business that makes 5 to 6 figures on autopilot. So if you are interested in learning to design SVGs, and if you want a step-by-step plan which shows you exactly what you need to do at every stage so that your SVG business is a success, then don't forget to download my free SVG business success roadmap from the description if you are watching this on Facebook. And if you are on Instagram, you can just visit me at jab.svg.superstar to download the free roadmap. So if you guys have any questions, you can pop them in the comments once this live is over, or you can message me if you have any extra questions. So this is all. So we have reached the end of our session for today. I will see you guys tomorrow. And tomorrow we will be talking about the number one thing you need to do right now to start an SVG business. So if you guys haven't checked out my previous videos, you can do now. And if you're confused between SVGs and what other cut files are there, then you can check out the first video that I did last week on the first day, where I shared what SVGs are and how to differentiate between an SVG and other files, and what makes SVGs so awesome, what SVGs are going to look like in design space, all those things. You can check out my first session from the first day. And then on the second day, I shared with you guys why selling SVGs is the best thing right now. If you want stats and all those data, you can check out the second day. And I've also shared the list of money-making SVGs on the fourth day, so you can check that out as well. All right, so that's it from me for today. I will see you guys tomorrow with another amazing live session. If you guys have any questions, you can ask them here. I think I got a question earlier. Let me just scroll up. Yes, my SVG class is still available, and you can message me if you want the link. All right, so that's it for today. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.